not your father. That's really what Jesus is trying to convey to those. You know what I'm saying? And in Matthew 6:15, it says, "But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses." I mean, are you serious? You know, that is a huge statement. Oops, sorry, let me go to 14th verse. "For if ye forgive men of their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will the Father forgive your trespasses." I mean, forgiveness is like vital as a Christian. It doesn't make sense if a Christian cannot forgive someone. Let me say that again. It doesn't make sense concerning if you truly develop being to be a children of God. If you don't have forgiveness, it does not make sense. It's kind of like it doesn't make sense of a quarterback don't have the ability to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? But you want to play quarterback. And it doesn't make sense if a running back, you become a running back if you do not know how to run. It's that kind of essential for us to learn forgiveness that a lot of Christians these days, unfortunately, do not understand that dynamic to that extent concerning their performances. But let me talk about the mindset. Okay, here's the mindset. That I don't think people understand. Shout outs, I was talking to Pastor Matt last night. And here's the thing. The whole idea of understanding forgiveness is really understanding the beginning of the sequence that unfortunately gave men the bad condition of who they are. We know the beginning. Adam and Eve, was in the garden, and the serpent deceived Eve. Men was deceived to get into a bad condition. Men was deceived to get in a bad condition. See, it didn't happen like Eve didn't say, "Man, I'm finna just eat this apple or eat this fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. I'm just gonna eat this, bam, whatever." It didn't happen like that. That's not the sequence of men concerning getting put in the bad condition that they're in. Adam and Eve did not just go up to the tree of knowledge of good and evil and say, "Hey, I'm just gonna get this and eat it, bump that." You know what I'm saying? But they were deceived. They were tricked into eating it based upon a desire that Eve developed within inside her heart. It was a deception that is important to understand this because look, you're looking, and now watch this. Sin is in humanity. Sin is throughout humanity. Now, people are more likely dealing with sin soon they come out of their mother's womb, as what King David shows us in Psalms 51. He's born in sin, shaped with iniquity. He came out of his mother's womb just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is struggling with this bad thing inside of them. And the thing is, when people make decisions, they don't think about that. You know what I'm saying? They think, see, watch this. This is what the flesh response is. You hurt me. You did something to me. You did something bad to me. And because you did something bad to me, I don't like you because what you did bad to me. You know what I'm saying? How you afflict me, how you did me wrong, how you rejected me, how you disappoint me. That's how people will respond to being mistreated. And as what Jesus, to me, the beautiful dynamic act of Jesus Christ of being beaten, you know what I'm saying? Being afflicted, if we were afflicted like that, we will get mad and try to beat somebody up, you know what I'm saying, or kill somebody. The same afflictions that Jesus Christ went through, we would have been angry and upset about what people was treating. But the beautiful thing about the what Jesus went through, is showing that here's the ability to show forth a great love or show a great act towards humanity that is of a heaven spectrum, as I read in the Lord's Prayer, that that Jesus gave the prayer, and how forgiveness is supposed to play the vital role of pretty much reconciling relationships, reconciling with people that has done you wrong. Is very important. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, as Christians, we are supposed to be the example that people of darkness would want to involve themselves in. But guess what? If Christians don't understand the mindset of forgiveness, how in the world, the world is going to want to understand that mindset of even attempting to try to go through that process of trying to forgive someone that has done them wrong. I mean, but the ideal mindset of forgiveness is just number one thing. We were deceived in sin, and sin came inside of us, and everybody, not, some people, oh, you was born right, or you was born correctly, or no, this is everybody. You know what I'm saying? That a person, needs to understand concerning their response of how someone did something bad to them. Like someone did something bad to you, it's kind of like an accident. Like for instance, while we see an accident, if someone, riding a car and someone bumped into them and they bumped into them, the person will get mad at the person that bumped into them, but they didn't know that the other person bumped into them. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that idea that people will get upset and angry and ready to respond in anger and rage and upset about a situation, but the other person pushed them in there. It's kind of like that concerning understanding the beginning. Like if we understand that, we were deceived to have this condition, this bad condition inside of us, and we're begotten from Adam and Eve, and sin is inside of us, then we will understand why will someone do a bad thing? Why will someone do a negative thing? And understand the influence of this world system. That it amazes me when I see people ready to get angry and frustrated at people, and ready to do something wrong. I mean, that the logic of the ideal of that, people will get mad and frustrated because someone done them wrong. And in their mind, they know they did a whole lot of other people wrong. It's like, it's so crazy that people will get frustrated, and I'm ready to get, you did somebody other people wrong. I mean, the same, the idea of what Jesus did with the, scribes and Pharisees, the one in stoning the woman, you know what I'm saying? He without sin cast the first stone. Good and well you've been doing wrong, but yet you trying to punish somebody else that they're wrong. I mean, it's crazy how people are not really trying to understand the mindset of forgiveness, and but the world is of course going to just drown y'all on television concerning shows and radio concerning music. This person cheated on you, this person did bad. Don't like them, hate them, make sure they feel like the most terriblest person on earth. Kind of influence this world system is, and of course, to make sure everybody come against each other, because that's what Satan's agenda is all about, keeping people against each other. That's simple, and that's it. He doesn't really have to work so hard, but guess what? If people want to yield and keep the mindset of that I'm against somebody, people will always have friction and negativity towards people. But the thing is, that, people need to understand, you have to come to this understanding that realize that something's wrong with you, something's wrong with them, you did wrong, I did wrong. You know what I'm saying? That if we know something wrong is going on with each other, We should be about trying to do something to help get it right if it's going to get right. That's the ideal. You need to understand that. Look, we need to understand. Like, it's interesting. I saw somebody arguing one time, and they were like, cussing at each other. They're cursing each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, they don't understand, of course, the scriptures that, if you keep what you establish, when you say words, your words establish. And guess what? Your words don't establish towards them. It established towards you, because you sow the seed with the words that you say and towards you. And now you wondering why there's bad stuff coming on over here, when you don't realize you sowed seeds towards a person that did something wrong to you and you don't like, and you're negative towards that person. You're sowing spiritual seeds towards your life concerning that bad situation that came out of nowhere that you didn't even know that was, how in the heck this happened? Situations that people know about. What's wrong? Well, what's wrong is supposed to be the revelation of what Jesus Christ and the love of God is supposed to reveal. That's why Jesus said, Matthew 5:4, love your enemies, bless those that curse you, pray for them that spitefully use you. You will see what's wrong and what way things have to get right if things are going to get right. Things are not going to get right doing something wrong. Let me say that again. Things are not going to get right, people. That this world system has been notorious trying to think that if you do something negative towards something gonna get right. And everybody's doing it and still wondering why it's getting more negative. Shows the spiritual darkness of ignorance. But the thing is, things can only get right when we do something right, not continually do something wrong towards each other. Is what the mindset of forgiveness is very important, and very important for Christians, that if God is our Father, we have to perform. We have to learn to perform this act. We must learn. Jesus says, take my yoke and learn of me, for my yoke is easy and his burden is light. We must learn to have this mindset to forgive, to show the world that this is the only correct way of reasoning, resolving, and solving problems and working out relationships in our lives. If we're going to have life and life more abundantly, and learn how to resolve situations that is causing negative situations, that's showing forth a negative example to the young people. What about the young people or younger people? They need to know how to resolve a conflict, or resolve a dispute, or resolve. What about the young people while looking at people and you influencing this person? This is how you handle a situation. You get in conflict with each other and they can't handle it. They find themselves trying to suppress their energy a wrong way and lead to drugs, lead to alcohol, leads to a whole lot of bad stuff. But we got to understand that forgiveness is the mindset that needs to be developed within inside us. If things are going to get right in this world, it's really the mindset of a person of forgiveness, and they're an agenda. It's an agenda to forgive. It's not, oh, I gotta forgive them. No, it's an agenda, because I want things to be right with other people, and I want someone to learn a right example and pattern in their life, that they will learn how to resolve issues and situations in their life. They can have better relationships, and you need better relationships around you if you want to have a better life, because people play a role around you concerning influence of the kind of person that you going to want to become. Is what it is. So I hope you got it, and I hope you got the message, and I hope it makes sense to you, and I hope you be about developing the mindset of forgiveness. And the only one who can give you the power of forgiveness is Jesus Christ. Let the performance speak for itself. Great love, dying on the cross for us, that we can have the mindset to help others and save them. So that's the message, God, to To God be the glory here forever and ever. In Jesus' name, amen.